My name is Sherine, Diamond Master and Center Leader of Klanajaya Debak Center. And outside of Atomy, I wear a different hat. I started out as an insurance agent, and then I became a registered financial planner, and then I got certified as a financial coach. Everyone starts a career with the hope of doing well. I was no different when I entered the financial industry. However, selling financial products turned out to be one of the most difficult things that I had to do. If you think about it, I was just selling pieces of paper and just some promises. I didn't do well in the first 2 years of my career. But things changed when I saw how it helped me during a difficult time. In one particular year, my son was admitted to the hospital 5 times. And each time it cost me about 5,000 to 7,000 ringgit. I would have financial difficulty if I didn't have the financial products to help me. And so I started to understand the value that I was offering to people. And after that, I started to do well. I qualified for various incentive trips and was able to travel to the US, Europe, Portugal, and to places I only dream of. On the surface, it seemed like I was doing well. But despite the success, I found myself to be struggling financially, especially as a single mother raising 3 kids. The cost of living, household expenses, school fees, it all added up. And there were times I didn't know how I was going to make it. I then had the realization that I could not rely on just one source of income. So I took on additional work, like teaching tuition, freelancing, doing some side hustles, but all of it was just trading my time for money. I didn't have time to rest. I didn't have time for myself, and most definitely, I didn't have time for my kids. Every day, it was the same routine, and constantly I felt tired and exhausted. I personally feel that I was like a time bomb waiting to happen. Then, on Mother's Day in 2017, it finally happened. Me and my family went out for dinner, celebrating like we always did. But right after dinner, I suddenly couldn't breathe and I was rushed to the hospital. I was in a coma for 3 days. I don't know what happened. I wasn't feeling sick or anything, but I just couldn't breathe suddenly. I regained my consciousness after the 3rd day, and my doctor told me I had a respiratory arrest. And he told me that I was really lucky. If I were to arrive at the hospital just a little bit later, I would not be on this stage today. So the thing is, what really broke me was when I saw a post my 10-year-old daughter wrote on her Facebook on Mother's Day while I was in a coma. And she said, "Mom, you taught me everything except how to live without you. Happy Mother's Day, Mommy." And that was my wake-up call. I had spent so much time working and trying to make ends meet that I forgot about what truly mattered, which is being present for my family. I realized my children didn't need a lot of money. They just needed me. So I refocused on my priorities, and then I made a promise to myself and my family that things would be different. And so 1 to 2 years later, I met one of my clients, and she told me about this Korean company called Atomy. She said there's this online shopping mall that sells daily household necessities. And she told me about this concept called prosumer, which is you can consume and make money at the same time, like what Kat Rose shared earlier in the session. Joining as a member was free, she said. So it sounded really interesting, but the mall wasn't in Malaysia yet. And it sounded like a scam to me. And I declined her. So I declined her because I felt that free stuff is even more scary. So I went on my way and did my thing, and my friend went her way and did her thing with Atomy. And then 3 years later, that same friend called me up again. And this time, she didn't talk to me about Atomy, but she wanted to upgrade her insurance. So it was then I found out how much she was making in Atomy and how much she has achieved in just 3 short years. I was still struggling, but my friend's life had transformed, both financially and in her personal life. And I wanted to be like her. The thing is, still, everything she told me seemed too good to be true. So after I went back that night, I spent the next few days reading and studying about this company called Atomy, trying to find the loophole that this company is a fraud. But instead, I found a legitimate, thriving company that genuinely wanted to help people. And so I decided to give it a try. I first started with the cheapest stuff, which is the dish detergent. And once I found it to be really good, I tried the skincare and then eventually the Hemohim. The Absolute Skincare was the product that surprised me the most. I saw a big difference in my skin in just 3 months. And I saw that it continued to improve until today. And besides that, I also used to have asthma since I was a child. And I have tried various medications. And I had to carry an inhaler with me at all times. And after taking the Hemohim for about a year and a half, I think, my asthma stopped even without me realizing it. So if I recall back, I've not used my inhaler for the past 3 to 4 years now. And the coma incident earlier, that was triggered by my asthma. So it has not happened since then. So what's amazing about Atomy to me is that it touches these 3 areas, which is my face, my health, and my pocket. I even noticed a 30 to 40% reduction in my household expenses just by switching over to Atomy. But my journey isn't always smooth. In the beginning, I had to work hard. But I work hard with my team and not alone. In my financial business, it was often I had to work hard alone. I remember once my downline got me about 60 people to talk to about joining Atomy, and it was to be in Malacca. So we planned 3 sessions, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and one in the evening, targeting about 20 packs each. So it was easy to manage. So me and my team rented a bungalow in Malacca, and we were excited because we were very confident of our closing rate. It was close to about 90% each time we talked to people. Because Atomy products speak by itself. We didn't have to talk very much. So we were ready for the first session, and we were excited for the people to come. But the time came and went. Nobody turned up. And we got a bit disappointed, but never mind. So we wait for the second session to happen. And again, nobody turned up. So what do you think our mood was and our feeling at that time? Time and money was spent, but nobody turned up. So we thought we would have 0 turn up in the last session, but thankfully, we had 10 who turned up that night. It was really upsetting, and we felt that it was a setback for us because we didn't get the outcome that we wanted. So even during this time, I had to reassure my team members even though I wasn't feeling too good. It was very easy to give up then. But I decided that real growth happens when we push through these challenges. I was really thankful that I had a team, a very strong team that supported me during the bad times. And I realized that what keeps us going is the support that we share and not the rejections that we encounter along the way. So then, 3 months after joining Atomy, my leader, which is my friend, challenged me to be the sales master. And she made it sound so easy, right? Just reach 2.5 million PV in both your left and your right leg in 2 weeks, and then you can become the sales master. And at that time, when she challenged me, I only had 15 people on both my legs. So even though my profession was in sales, this one felt really difficult because of the short deadline. In my financial business, I had 1 year to achieve my goal, but this one, 2 weeks. So every day, my friend called me and asked me, "Did you do any sales today?" Every day, without fail, in the morning at 9 a.m. And by the end of that week, I didn't like her very much. Me and my team were very frustrated and stressed. We had never been stretched so much before in our whole lives. But because we committed to the goal, me and my team pushed through and I became the sales master in that cycle. And by that time, I've grown to about 30 members on both my left and my right leg. The promotion sounded very nice and good, but the reality was my team didn't talk to me for weeks. And I didn't talk to my leader for months. We felt overstretched. Looking back, I realized that me and my team had experienced a breakthrough because we achieved things that we never thought was possible. And then I also realized that my leader was only trying to help me and my team to get our breakthrough. And she showed me that it's possible if we don't give up. Subsequently, after achieving the sales master, becoming the auto sales master and then the diamond master was, I would say, a little bit easier because you just have to replicate what works. And the first step is always the hardest. And after that incident, I became very grateful to my leader since then. Atomy has given me something that I have never found in my 15 years in the finance industry, which is a community that supports each other, a system that helps each other to grow, and also personal growth that extends beyond business. It's also given me a career that guides me to have a balanced life, and it was something that I had never had before. And I believe in Atomy so much that I wrote a book that became the Amazon bestseller, and I wrote about Atomy, about how to earn passive income with zero capital. And my friends who know that I've been doing financial planning ask me these questions when they find out that I do Atomy. Questions like, "Sherine, why you do Atomy? Shouldn't you be focused on financial planning? How can you succeed if you're not fully focused?" These are the questions I get asked a lot. I used to want to do many things to earn money, but over time, my perception shifted. It isn't about doing many things to make more money, but doing things that bring value, purpose, and fulfillment, and let the money come in its own time and place. And I found purpose in this company called Atomy. I truly believe that we can achieve more together. And thank you for being part of this journey with me. And that's all for my sharing. I'm Sherine, Diamond Master, Center Leader for Kelana Jaya Debat Center, and I look forward to growing with all of you. Thank you.